Die. Hello and welcome to my 10th Java programming tutorial, and what we are going to do is something more interesting in coding. Now, currently our programs just go in a normal linear form, going down systematically, executing each line of code line by line. But what we're going to do is something that changes that. What is that? Decision making, okay? Now, programming has decision makings, and it's just like it's called the if statement. Now, the if statement can be used for like this. Maybe it says, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home and play video games. If it does not rain tomorrow, I'll go out and socialize. Socialize. And that's basically what the if statement does generally. It tests for something. Okay, it tests. Will it rain tomorrow? No, it will not rain tomorrow. Okay, then if it does not, if it rains tomorrow, alright, okay, it rains tomorrow, I'll stay home and play computer games. Now if it doesn't, go out and socialize, and that's basically what the if statement is. It's not a very hard concept, but people get confused very easily about this. But once you get it, you'll think it's really easy, and you'll think back and it's like, why the hell did I think that was hard, man? I was one stupid person. But, well, you can continue and just try and understand, and if you understand it, great. What you gotta do is type if, alright? Just because programmers are lazy, they just type an if, alright? Just like for and while, just type an if and your brackets. And here is what you type in, the thing that it has to follow, like if it rains tomorrow. Now I'm going to create a variable. Now, let's call this x int x, alright? And let's make it 0. Now, this is like if it rains tomorrow, okay? So if x is equal to 0, right? Remember how I said the comparative operators equals, it means if x is equal to 0. Now, what happens is we can do this, system.out.println, let's see, x equals, and then we can do a plus x right here, and then that's what you gotta type. Now what do you think will happen? Now x is equal to 0, right? Now if x is equal to 0, print this out. So x is actually 0, so it will actually print out. And let's run this and prove it to you that I'm right. And look at that, x equals 0. Build successful. Total time 1 second. Now that is basically what an if statement basically is. It's not a very hard concept. Now, remember how I said if it's not raining, do this. Now, this is when the else comes in. Another thing, a lazy thing programmers do. If something didn't happen, do this, because it's something else. So, you type else. If anything besides, if it's not equal to 0, do something else. So, if x is equal to 2, do this. If x equals to 5, do this. Because else means anything that's not the thing in that if brackets. And we can do this. Out.println x is not equal to plus x. No. Is not equal. X is not equal to if statement requirement. Alright, hopefully you'll understand that. We're gonna put that there. And then we put our quotation marks. Now let's run this. X is still equal to 0. That is because x is equal to 0. We haven't changed it. Now what if we change it to 1? Alright, x is not equal to if statement requirement. Now, what is happening here is x equal to 1, okay? We test is x equals to 0. No, it is not. Okay, then. Let's run anything besides nothing. X is not equal to 0. Because x is not equal to 0, we run the thing else. Alright. System out print line x is not equal to if statement requirement. Now, that is basically the else. Now, what if you want to say something else specific, something else specifically, if x equals to 0 or x equals to 1, you want to test different forms of x. You want to specifically, not something besides x. So, let's just leave that there. And we can type, alright, I'll do that. Else if. Alright, and then we can put that there. Else if, god damn it, this is getting very weird. Else if, alright, I'll just delete this and stop being lazy. Now, alright, we can type else if x equal to 1, because we want to do something specific. Now put 2 equals there. We want to do something specifically. We want to test something else specifically, not something else besides the if inside there. We can do system out print line x equals x equals plus x. Alright, and we can do our else thing. If it's not 0 or it's not 1, we do system out print line x does not equal to 0 or 1. Now, let's close that, and let's see what happens. Now, x is equal to 1. So, here it says x is equal to 1. Now, why is that? Is x equal to 1? Yeah, we set x equal to 1. So, if x is equal to 0, run x equals x, which would be x equals 1, but it's not equal to 1. Then, we test else if. Now, else if x is equal to 1, we print this. Now, this is different from else, because else cannot test for anything. But else if can. It can say else if x equals to 1, and it does, so print this. So it skips over this else because it already done this, and then it runs x equals to 1. Now, this is all the if statements and the fundamentals of if statements, and that is actually all. And this is decision making, and it, like I said, it changes the flow of the program. And thank you for watching my Java tutorial, you know, make it French like Java. And I'll see you guys next time, and please subscribe and like this video and do whatever you can to make me cool. And yeah, see you guys next time. Adios.